Anyways.
What's up? This is Watcheando movies.
Movies. Ooh, yeah, we're in spooky season. Hello, everybody. Hello, Jasmine.
Hello, Hugo. I forgot.
Hello, Andres.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Hello.
I was going to do something. Can't remember.
Movies.
Watcheando movies.
I did it better, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Anyways, hello and welcome. Oh yeah, it's Slasher Ween here at the podcast, watching a bunch of slasher films. That's all I have. Go on, what movie are we watching today?
We are watching Halloween.
Halloween night. A small American town. 15 years ago.
Spoilers, of course. All right, so this is directed by John Carpenter. You know that name?
I have never heard of that guy.
You know that name, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What? He's done other things.
It's also written by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill. You know who Deborah Hill is?
No.
It was his girlfriend at the time.
Oh,
Nice.
that's cute.
Yeah. She also produced the film. It stars Donald Pleasance. Yeah, that's Mike Myers. Is his name Mike Myers or Michael Myers?
Michael Myers.
What's the comedian's name?
Michael Myers.
Who?
The
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Shrek.
Yeah. What's this?
Michael Myers?
Michael Myers?
Yeah,
I think so.
They're both Michael Myers.
I think so.
Yes.
Jamie Lee Curtis, PJ Souls, and Nancy Loomis. The music is also by John Carpenter, by the way. He also composed this movie. He was paid $10,000 to write, direct, and compose it, produce it as well.
Is that a lot?
No, not for all those jobs. It was released on October 25th, 1978. Can you believe that?
Actually, a Halloween movie. Crazy.
Imagine if they released a movie called Halloween in November. It had a budget of $300,000, and it made $60 to $70 million at the box office. Pretty good.
Yeah.
All of these are hits,
I feel like horror movies tend to be pretty
good. Yeah.
Not pretty. Like they do well in the box office.
Yeah. Definitely not the lowest budget film we've seen, but it's still pretty low considering. Yeah. So at the time, it had more of like a mixed reception from critics, rather than like universal praise. So I'm gonna read two reviews right now. This one's from Pauline Kael. You remember Pauline Kael? We talked about her briefly.
No.
And
No.
I'm thinking of ending things. How the guy reads the book.
No.
She's a film critic from The New Yorker, very famous. She's considered to be one of the best critics of all time. Blah blah blah. So here's her review of Halloween. Carpenter doesn't seem to have had any life outside of the movies. One can trace almost every idea on the screen to directors such as Hitchcock and Brian De Palma, and to the Val Lewton Productions. Maybe when a horror film is stripped of everything but dumb scariness, when it isn't ashamed to revive the stalest device of the genre, parentheses, the escaped lunatic, it satisfies part of the audience in a more basic, childish way than sophisticated horror pictures do. That's
Interesting.
it's a negative review. What do you think about that on this? Is this one of your favorites? This is your favorite horror movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
What do you think about that?
I didn't hear anything said.
Oh, okay. It's just negative. He called it childish.
Maybe I blocked it out because I didn't like what she was saying. Who knows?
Roger Ebert. You know Roger Ebert, right?
Yeah. Do I?
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
He has glasses.
Yeah.
Jasmine, you know him, right?
Robert Ebert.
Roger Ebert.
I feel like I've heard this name probably.
Yeah.
But I don't know who this person is.
Also, like a very iconic film critic. He praised the film. He gave it a 4 out of 4 stars. And he said, Halloween is an absolutely merciless thriller. A movie so violent and scary that, yes, I would compare it to Psycho.
Wow.
Has a 96% Rotten Tomato score and an 89% audience score. So obviously now it's seen as one of the best horror movies of all time. One of the best made thrillers ever. And in 2006, it was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress as being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant.
That's sick.
Yeah. So very highbrow, sort of now. And I already said that this was your favorite horror film.
Yes, yes, I did.
Go into why.
No.
You don't want to.
I don't feel ready.
What do you like about this?
So my absolute favorite thing about this movie is the score. Of all the slashers we've seen and talked about, this is the one where I think Michael Myers has the most iconic theme. His little yeah. I love his. It's great. And I also just think the concept of Michael Myers is pretty scary. It's a cool thing.
Yeah. Like an escaped lunatic or just someone you can't kill?
An escaped lunatic more. Not so much someone you can't kill.
You don't think that's scary?
I mean, yes. But escaped lunatic is realistic.
Yeah. You mean like it could actually happen?
Yeah. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I also just love the setting of this movie. It's very fall. Yeah, it's on Halloween. It's the perfect movie to throw on for Halloween for me. I love it.
Originally it wasn't supposed to be set in Halloween.
Really?
Yeah. Originally there, John Carpenter was, he did an indie film and someone was like, hey, can you make this other indie film for me? And then it's like they're like, you just got to make one about someone that murders babysitters. He's like, okay. And then he went off that. And then the producer would give him suggestions along the way. And one of the suggestions was, hey, let's set it in Halloween because Halloween's a good title. And then John Carpenter was like, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was working, right?
Yeah.
It did well. Yeah.
Yeah. Jasmine, did you have any sort of relationship with this franchise beforehand?
Just that I was very scared
About it?
of Michael Myers for a
long time?
A long time. No, not a long time, but for a good part of my early childhood, I was very terrified.
Why?
I don't know, because I just knew he was a scary person. I didn't know anything about the movie. I don't think I necessarily knew he was supposed to be non-supernatural. So I think the other iterations of him have been somewhat I guess I don't know. Let me finish my train of thought. I think all the other movies seem to paint him as being kind of supernatural, superhuman, right? Because he can't die. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that added to the spooky factor.
Yeah. I thought he was just a normal guy in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, I don't know, because I guess the ending kind of implies...
He's not.
I don't know.
But,
he's just, I don't know.
Yeah. I never saw this movie before. I never had any intention of ever seeing any Halloween. Horror movies aren't my thing. Yeah. And I wasn't scared of it when I was a kid. Because I was scared of other stuff. Other horror movies, I mean. But,
what? What scared you as a kid?
Probably Jigsaw.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I'm a Zoomer, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, so, and I knew sort of afterwards when I got older that this was supposed to be a great horror movie, but I never really bothered watching it.
I didn't even know until we started this thing that it's considered a great horror movie.
Really?
Yeah.
You thought it was just schlock?
I thought it was just a cult following type of thing.
Like the reverse of Friday the 13th.
What do you mean?
Because I thought Friday. You thought.
Okay,
yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Friday the 13th was supposed to be good, but
Yeah.
then it turns out it just has a cult following.
Yeah, I kind of thought all these movies just have a cult following
Yeah.
because they have iconic.
Well, that's definitely the
Villain.
case with the first two
Okay.
that we watched, but not the other ones. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
What was the first movie we watched? Friday the 13th?
Child's Play.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that is definitely the case.
So, yeah. What do you guys think of the movie? Jasmine, what did you think of the movie?
This has been my favorite one so far. I think my expectations were kind of not low, but I mean the first three kind of disappointed me.
The first three?
Or yes, right? Because we saw
Friday the 13th, Child's Play,
Did we
Nightmare on
do-
Elm Street,
Texas.
Okay, never
Texas
mind.
Chainsaw Massacre.
It was I guess not the first three, but
The first two?
no, Friday the 13th, Child's Play, and Texas kind of
Disappointed you?
disappointed me in the scares department. I think I was expecting more scariness. And I think Nightmare on Elm Street was kind of hitting the right notes. But I feel like this one really delivered on the premise of being a horror movie. Which
You
is
mean
why
just
I
like it
think-
scares. It is like focuses on the scares.
I don't know if it focuses on the scares. I think the overall atmosphere it creates is very creepy and like unsettling. Not unsettling, but like it makes you feel on edge. So I think I appreciated that because I felt like I was actually watching a horror movie.
All right.
Yeah. Actually, John Carpenter said that he wanted to make like basically like a haunted house.
Okay.
Like, yeah. So, which is what you expect horror movies to be.
Yeah. Oh my
You
gosh,
expect
that's
horror movies to
exactly
be
what
haunted
I
houses,
said.
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. He said that this would probably scare him as a kid. So that's why he made it. Yeah. I didn't find it scary.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
Do you find it scary?
I find it creepy and unsettling, but not scary. I don't watch this movie and then sit in my bed thinking like, oh my God.
Mike Myers is gonna come.
Even though I've told you guys this before, I don't think I said in the podcast. Ever since I was a little kid, Michael Myers is the only horror movie icon I've ever had nightmares about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What does he do?
He chases me at my mom's house, and I always lock myself in her closet.
Do you still have? Like what happens in the movie? She like-
Which is wild because I've had those nightmares since before I watched the movie for the first time.
nice. Do you still have this?
I haven't recently, but I definitely had one last year. So
Oh,
Nice.
nice. Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think this one was the best
Movie,
done.
Best done? the best made,
yeah. Most, yes. I don't know how to
the
speak.
most well made.
Yes, out of
That's
the
what you
ones
wanna
we've
say.
seen. And actually, I think out of, like, even including... yeah, I'm just going to say it's the best one we've seen in this batch.
I don't know where else to take this conversation.
Well, let me tell you what I liked.
Okay, go on.
So, I think I really liked the pacing overall in this one. I liked that it was a slow kind of burn. And I also like that they introduced, I guess, the threat right away.
Oh yeah. That opening scene
Yeah.
is
It was
great.
amazing.
It's great. Yeah, it's all in one shot.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, and I was like, I remember seeing his hand coming down. I was like, that looks like a kid's hand. Why does it look like a kid's hand? And it is a kid.
Yeah.
That's wild. He kills his sister.
Yeah.
And she's naked.
Yeah. Why? Oh, it's just implied that she had what's
Sex?
the best? The beast with the two. What do
What?
people say?
What?
The beast with two backs.
What do you mean?
That's like a euphemism for sex.
What?
You've never heard that?
Never.
Okay, well now you know.
Where'd you hear that from?
I think it's like a Shakespearean thing.
Oh, yeah. I haven't read much Shakespeare.
I haven't.
I
either.
studied American literature, Jasmine.
Well, I don't know what you studied.
Yeah, actually, and one thing about this movie, I'll let you get back to your list in a bit, is that everyone dies after they have sex, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What do you think that means, Jasmine?
Sex is bad.
Yeah, a lot of people read it that way. Yeah. Do you think that's what he was going for?
I don't know.
You
Okay,
think? Yeah.
let me elaborate. I don't necessarily feel like maybe that's the case. I think actually, you know what? Maybe it is. Because I think from the very beginning, like her friends were actually kind of horrible towards her.
What?
No, you didn't get that
I don't
vibe?
think so. I think
thought
they were just playing around.
Yeah, I think they were teasing her. I didn't
Yeah.
think they were
Really?
like being mean about it.
They're
I
Like,
like,
don't
oh,
know.
you're a virgin. You suck.
It almost seemed like that, especially like the first girl.
you have playful banter with Ugo like that. Do you
Yeah,
hate him?
We talk about how we hate each other.
100%. I don't know. I felt like I don't know. Maybe. So what were we talking about? Was it intentional to
Wasn't
say
it-
that
yeah,
sex
the
is
whole
bad?
sex is bad thing.
I think no. I'm just gonna say no.
No?
No, I think I don't know. I want to think no, but you guys are making me question.
Anyway, what do you think it is saying that? Because that's like a thing in slasher films is like sex bad, right? That's what Scream does.
Yeah,
The guy's like, don't have sex.
I don't necessarily think that's the message.
Right.
That's not what I got.
I mean, I feel like a lot of things with like teenagers, obviously like sex is kind of a big topic when you're a teen.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
So-
they're just horny, man.
So I think it's maybe more so like the fear of sex. Like if you do it, because obviously people tell you not to, kind of, right? Like,
Yeah, and then your
you
vagina
do it-
will bite.
Yeah.
You-
You do have sex when you're like afraid of like repercussions, I suppose.
Yeah, or like getting accidentally pregnant. Yes.
Maybe
This is a metaphor for
the fear people have
Yeah.
when they're, I don't know.
accidental
It's
pregnancy.
not like I had that fear because I'm a crusty virgin, but
I'll cut that out. Don't worry.
but I feel like I don't know. I don't necessarily think it's like punishing the girls for having sex, though.
It's just like they happen to have.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what I think.
so here's a quote. So this is from Wikipedia. Carpenter himself dismisses the notion that Halloween is a morality play, regarding it as merely a horror film. According to Carpenter, critics completely miss the point there. He explains, the one girl who's the most sexually uptight just keeps stabbing this guy with a long knife. She's the most sexually frustrated. She's the one that's killed him. Not because she's a virgin, but because all that sexually repressed energy starts coming out. She uses all those phallic symbols on the guy.
Is that what he said?
That's what he said, yeah.
All right.
He also said that he just wanted teenagers to be teenagers and teenagers have sex.
Oh yeah.
So that's,
You know, one reason why you already said this, though.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I guess, but Michael Myers isn't killing them because they're having sex. It's not like he's going after just horny teens, because he's mostly following Laurie the whole movie, and she's not having sex. So I don't.
maybe
I don't
that's why he was interested in her.
But then why would he kill the other guys if it was all about this no having sex girl?
Well, I mean, because he kills his sister right after she has sex, right?
That is true.
Yeah.
So, and then these girls are like are either going to have sex, right? The first one, and then the couple he kills after they have sex.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I don't know anymore now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, why does I guess then we're trying to figure out why does Michael kill, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's assumed that he kills just because he
He's
doesn't really know what's going on.
He's just
He's just a killing
just
machine.
wants
He's
to
a
feel
monster.
something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's supposed to be like 2021.
right.
23, right? Don't
No,
they-
20. Well,
He's
I mean,
five, right?
he's five. He's five,
6.
right?
No,
And then
6,
the-
because he says, I remember looking into this 6-year-old's eyes
Yeah.
and saying
The doctor
that
says
it's 15 years, 21.
no. Yeah, because the doctor says for the first 8 years or for the first 6 years, and the 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the first 6 years, I tried to help him. For the next 7 years, I tried to make sure he was locked up. And he
okay.
added that up. It's like 21. That's wild, man. But he's
He's not that much older than them.
Yeah, he's around their age. They're 18.
Oh, are they? Okay,
They're
yeah.
like seniors, right? If they're not 18, that'd be really weird because we see their boobs and stuff.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in my mind, they're 18,
Sounds
even though
good.
they're like also under 20s. The actors are under 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis is 19.
Age
Very
appropriate.
young Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she's the daughter of the girl from Psycho.
Really?
Yeah, in real life. Yeah.
Like the last, like the surviving one? Like
Maybe.
the sister or the sister who dies?
I can't remember. I've never seen Psycho.
I've seen part of it.
I've seen it in school, and that was years ago. So
Okay,
Yeah.
Well, good to know.
yeah, that's cool. That's a cool fact.
That's a little yeah.
It runs
So-
in the family, you know.
Oh my gosh. did you
Getting
know?
chased down by a knife wielding guy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, I think it was Andy who mentioned when we were watching Friday the 13th, or I guess you too, how this one was trying to ride on the coattails of
Yeah.
Halloween. And like the beginning is very reminiscent of that.
Because it's POV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we're seeing Michael as a kid, and then like I was thinking that too. Like as I was watching, it was like, oh hey, now I definitely see what they meant when they were saying that this was just kind of trying to copy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, and I feel like, I don't know if because I feel like with Friday the 13th, they didn't introduce like who the killer was until like the last 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
And I feel like with this one, we know right away we can visibly see him like stalking Lori, and I think that's what really adds to the creepiness, and like you feel unsettled because you feel like at any moment he can overpower them, but he's waiting because it's like he gets his juices flowing. I don't know.
That's good.
Right?
I don't know.
I mean, because there's plenty of opportunities for him to like hurt Lori, right, when he was stalking her like in the hedge and then out and the window. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do a sidebar. I was watching Paranorman yesterday, and there's a scene where he like picks up his phone and his ringtone is the Halloween theme, and then he looks out the window.
And it's Michael Myers.
And then no, it's his like friend, and he has a Jason mask, but it's like that curtain scene or like the I don't know, pin. I don't know what people used to dry their clothes, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, hilarious. And then, anyways, end of
That's cool.
sidebar. What was I saying though? Oh, like there's plenty of opportunities for him to like harm them, and he waited until nightfall.
Yeah. Why?
Because things are spookier at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he has no reason to. I mean, if he is a psychopath, sociopath, I don't know what he is. There's nothing from stopping. I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely felt like he was purposely trying to freak them out. Because, you know, he would stand there for her to see him. He would drive by slowly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he was trying to hide the fact that he was following her. He was
Yeah.
making it very purposeful that he's there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think he was definitely trying to mess with him a bit.
Yeah, and I think... Dang, I lost my train of thought. I don't remember. But another thing I've noticed with these kind of movies is that they like introduce incompetent law enforcement too, right? Kind of.
Well, this one guy is incompetent.
Or like uncaring, I should say, maybe.
Yeah, he's like, oh,
Or
whatever,
disbelieving.
you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, or like they're like in this one and the Nightmare on Elm Street, like a parent is a police officer, and then I think in Scream it's like somebody's brother is a police officer, right?
Yeah, but
I
isn't
think
he?
so.
Like, yeah. Oh wait, that's from Scary Movie. I say, isn't he special though?
No. No. So why do you think they do that? To make the villain seem invincible?
I don't know. Ironic?
Maybe.
Yeah?
Yeah. Go down your list, Jasmine.
Where was I? Oh, so the only part where I think like the creepiness kind of faded away from me was when they killed I don't remember Laurie's friend, the one with the short curly black hair or brown hair.
Mary? Is that one of them?
No, I don't know.
Nancy? No,
Maybe
that's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh yeah. Well, I think her death scene was pretty goofy, and I don't know if it was like
Which one? How
when
did
she's
oh,
in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she kind of
Yeah.
like does this weird thing with her eyes. Oh, I don't know. And then there's also a lack of blood in this movie.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
blood in it. Well, there's some blood in the beginning.
Yeah. And then when he
yeah.
like slits her throat, I was expecting like usual,
Gashing, yeah.
not slashing, but at least like a
Gash.
river of like red kind of flowing, and there isn't anything, right? And I
Right,
was like,
right.
interesting.
Interesting choice. Yeah, there's no blood in the other ones either.
Which ones? There's a
And the other
heck
death.
of a lot of blood in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. I mean, in the rest of the kills here.
No, yeah, there's like no blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, very surprising. I was very surprised. I was expecting blood.
Yeah, same. But there wasn't. And that didn't take away from
From
The
the scares. Yeah.
I
agree.
think the only time I like jumped was when Lori went to like her neighbor's house or whatever, and then she found their bodies, and then the guy, like he like swung out of the.
Yeah,
that was like the only
yeah.
time I got scared.
That's like a real haunted house moment.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you'd see that in the haunted
Yeah.
house. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the way he dies, he gets stabbed with a knife and he's just sort of hanging on.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Michael's just like, nice.
I just
Just
no, I
stares
don't think
at
I don't think
Yeah.
like would a knife be able to hold up a body
No.
like that? No, I don't think so.
No. But I think this just proves that he wants to like season his prey or meat type of thing, right? Because he like set things up to spook Lori.
No.
Yeah, and then when he goes, right after he kills that guy, he pins a book against the wall. He puts on the bedsheet and just stares at
Yeah.
his
Oh,
girlfriend.
yeah, that's
And
that's
just
funny.
stays there, standing for the longest time.
Yeah.
She's clearly uncomfortable. And that's great.
Yeah.
He's clearly there to scare them.
Yeah.
He's not just there to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The boogeyman, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that kid. Oh.
Oh.
They watched the thing. They watched the movie The
Oh
Thing.
yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, that
Yes.
was a nice
Yeah,
little.
little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, like, so John Carpenter, this is before The Thing came out, right? But
What?
he's always been a really big fan of the movie, and that's why it's in the movie. But before Halloween, he was kind of attached to direct a remake of The Thing. He was like, I don't know how to do it, and then they eventually switched directors to Toby Hooper, you know who we talked about, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy. He directed Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Why are you
good.
still saying no?
Because I'd lie if I say I remember who he was.
You don't remember Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I remember, but I don't remember the director or any of the
Um,
actors' names.
Anyways, and then they eventually just shelved the movie. And then Halloween came out, and then Alien came out as well. And they're like, off the success of that, they asked John Carpenter to come back. And he's like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And that was that.
Sounds
That's how the thing got made. But yeah, it's a nice little, like, oh, it's a future movie of his.
interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known.
You know? John Carpenter's The Thing.
I've never really never known.
Oh, this is John Carpenter's Halloween. I guess he likes his name. It's a cool name, I guess. I'd put it on every title.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he's kind of known as this master of horror, so his name does like sell things. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know that. That's the news.
I think it was either
I've heard maybe John Carpenter.
I think it was either him or Wes Craven who they sort of just fell into making horror movies. And then they were like, I don't want to make horror movies. I wanted to make romantic comedies.
What?
I don't know.
What?
And then, like, I remember
Beautiful.
they made a romantic comedy and then, like, it bombed or something.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
So-
down your list.
And do you really like the score? I don't know how I feel about it.
That was
'Cause
great.
it kind of has like a funky beat, you know, kind of like you're at the club, but then you feel like some creeps looking at you, you know. That's the vibe I get.
That sounds pretty
You know
tense
what?
to me.
Yeah, that sounds kind of intentional because she's out with her friends, and he's just following along, watching them.
Yeah,
It seems like it hit you exactly how it's supposed to hit you.
I guess so.
The dialogue between the teenagers. What'd you guys think of it?
Well, you know, I mean, this was like what 40 years ago, 50 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's how they talked.
You don't think they talked? I think they talked like teenagers.
I mean, they seemed normal enough. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, guys don't like me because I'm too smart.
Too smart. That sounds like something you'd say, Jasmine.
No, I would never imply that I'm smart or overtly state such a wild claim. Yeah, they act like, you know, like, I forgot my chemistry book. Well, I ever probably forget all my books. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, they sound like,
Yeah, I think the dialogue with the teenagers is fine. I felt the curly-haired friend had some stiffness delivering her lines very early, and then like later on, it's totally normal. I don't know if like
yeah, I would
what was
say,
that about?
I think she's probably like the weakest when it comes to the acting.
Yeah. But I really loved the doctor's lines. I thought the things he was saying were great.
Yeah.
So actually, all the dialogue by the girls was written by Deborah Hill, so his girlfriend.
Ah, all
So
right.
she was in charge of writing all that dialogue, and John Carpenter was in charge of writing all the doctor's dialogue.
Okay,
Ah.
that
why,
works.
that's why there's like a difference.
Yeah,
in, like,
yeah.
Okay, but I think that
Yeah.
works. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, I don't think the dialogue seems weird.
No.
I think maybe just the delivery sometimes was a little bit weird, but that's
That's just horror movies, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, because, you know, we go from like this sort of natural, just hearing teenagers talking about boys, and then you go to the doctor and it's like, he's the embodiment of evil. And,
Yeah.
you know?
so. Like, is the doctor supposed to be American,
No,
or
I
is
don't
that
think so.
he has like a
He's
slight
kind of like a British
accent?
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure where to place it.
He's got a gun like an American, though, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Marco-
Yeah.
I liked the doctor a lot. He was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
I don't know if you guys can answer this.
go on.
So like he gets the mask from the Halloween store or the costume store in the town, right?
Yeah, he robs
Yeah.
it, yeah.
And then he gets his like, he changes uniforms because he kills that like mechanic.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So in the sequels, does he remain with that same outfit?
That's just under.
I think so. I've never seen the
Oh.
sequels, but I think so. I think
You never seen the sequels?
Nope. I've only seen. So as far as Halloween comes, I've only seen this, the Rob Zombie remake and then the 2018 version.
Does he wear that in the Rob Zombie remake?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the same outfit because that's his iconic look. It's the what's that One Piece thing called?
Jumpsuit?
Yeah, that jumpsuit and the mask. That's his iconic look. So I'm pretty sure that's how he looks in all the other sequels
Okay.
as well.
Oh, this brings up another thing. So the mask reveal or like the unmasking, you know?
Yeah.
What is that just does he just not like how he looks? Why does he look that way? He didn't look that way when he was little.
Are you talking about his eye?
Yeah.
So I think that's due to the fact that she pokes him with the clothespin.
Oh, okay.
Not clothespin. What's
Oh, yeah.
the hanger? The hanger,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
She like stabs him in the eye with it. So that's why
Okay.
it's like swollen or something.
Okay, that makes sense. I did not think about that.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm really like...
You all right, dude?
No, I'm dying.
What's wrong?
Just bubbly.
Huh. So one thing I want to talk about, we talked about at the beginning a little bit already and how it's in his point of view. But I also really love when it stops being his point of view and the parents rush up to him. And then we just see the camera. They're all standing still and it's panning out slowly.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite shot was? It's when the two girls are in the car, and you just get a lot of sun flare, and like you see the sun a lot.
Yeah.
That looks really beautiful. Yeah, yeah. You get any of that, Jasmine?
No.
What's that called?
Cinematography.
Yeah, that's
That's the
Cinema
word.
photography.
yeah. Cinnamon photography.
That's the one.
Cinema photography.
Yeah. We learned something new today, right? That's what's photography.
For the
Cinema.
Cinnamon.
What?
Crazy. These connections, man.
Yeah.
Wild.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all all the notes I have.
Yeah. Do you have anything?
So there's this one scene that made me think about Hereditary, and I was like, oh my god, was Hereditary making a callback to this? Because it's great. I don't know if you guys saw this connection,
No.
but it's when she's in class and the teacher asks her, what's the answer?
Mhm.
And she starts talking about faith and how one guy believed faith was tied to religion and the other guy thought faith was whatever you wanted it to be or something like that.
Or like concrete, like air, fire, or something.
Yeah,
or-
yeah. And in Hereditary, there's a very similar scene when the kid's in school and they're talking. I don't think he has to answer, but you can hear the professor talking. Not professor, it's teacher.
Yeah.
Talking about how if we have any free will at all, or we're just destined to do what we're destined to do. And, you know, I thought that was neat. I thought like, oh, hey, is that kind of like connecting to not connecting, like kind of like a callback?
nod?
Like, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. In both movies, like, you know, well, more Hereditary, the kid's faith is chosen out for him. He was
Yeah.
kind of destined to do this thing, and that's why it ends the way it ends with him.
Yeah.
And in this, it's like Michael saw her walk to the house, so he picked her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it was kind of like faith, and now she has to die, but she didn't die. She like fought back and lived.
Yeah.
So I thought that was great. I like that a lot.
I don't remember enough of Hereditary to have
Ah.
made that connection.
Yeah, me either.
I've seen it once, and that's more than enough for me.
Is there anything you didn't like about this, Jasmine?
Just that goofy death scene, but
That's it.
other than that,
Liked it?
I liked it. I thought she was gonna die. I thought everybody was gonna die like during multiple scenes.
Even Jamie Lee Curtis?
No, I guess obviously I knew she wasn't gonna die.
Yeah.
But like when she went to do her laundry, I thought
Yeah.
like, oh, like she's gonna.
This is the time.
Well, because there's that one scene in Halloween, right, where she like a girl gets stuck in a garage door, and that's how she dies. So I thought she was gonna get stuck in the window, and then Michael was gonna like take advantage of that and. kill
Oh,
her.
yeah. Well, there's a lot of like you're expecting
Yeah.
something to happen.
Yeah.
There's jump scares here without a music cue. Did you notice that?
I think so. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe.
Like, yeah, like when Lori, that's her name, right?
Yeah.
She's walking down the street, and then the cops are like, just sort of like in front of her,
Mm-hmm.
and just doesn't move, I guess.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh, you scared me," right? But there's no like, done,
Yeah.
or like when the doctor's like looking, and then the cop grabs the shoulder, and that's supposed to be scary. But there's, if that was like now,
Yeah.
it'd be like, done.
That's when Laurie's dropping off the key, right? At Michael Myers' house.
Oh yeah.
and then we
he
see that
pops
Michael
up.
Myers is inside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I like that one.
yeah. There's like a lot of like sort of quiet
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's very good, like tension building.
Yeah. Mhm.
I remember there was one scene where I don't remember who was in the foreground, but you know the foreground, right? That's in front.
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
But in the background, you just see the car that Michael Myers stole, just like
Oh,
driving through.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it was when the cop. Oh no, it's when the doctor.
The doctor,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
When he goes to the hardware store and they're like,
Yeah.
"What happened here?"
Yeah, and that's great. Like that's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
really
That's good.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not in your face. It's a subtle sort of move.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Right, we didn't help you.
You're welcome, though.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
A very good Halloween movie.
Very good.
It lives up to its name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was scary. I could see that it's well made. I didn't like it as much as I wanted to. I think I like Texas Chainsaw Massacre more.
Interesting.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's. I could see that it's well made, and I could see that there's some real good craft going into it.
I think Texas Chainsaw affects me more. So, like, I have a horror movie. That's probably what you want. But I enjoy watching this one a lot more.
Hmm.
I don't feel disgusted watching it.
Yeah, it's very. I think it's like very like if like Texas Chainsaw Massacre is more like Grindhouse, and then this is like more like sophisticated
Yeah.
horror.
Yeah.
You know.
What's Grindhouse?
How do you describe
You
it?
can't just throw this sort of terminology.
It's like dirty.
Yeah.
It's just like dirty. You know,
Like dirty?
dirty.
Like they didn't clean? I mean, I guess
Yes.
you said we did
we
say they
we
didn't
did
shower.
say that they didn't shower.
It's like grungy, like
Yes,
Yeah,
grungy.
yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
exactly
that's
what
it,
Jasmine.
that's
I
it.
don't know if that's the right
Yes,
word. Like,
yes.
You got it.
Yep.
Great.
Okay. And this one's like a movie?
This one's like a movie. This one's a movie.
2 spooky thumbs up. Just kidding.
Yeah. Thumbs up, sure.
Yeah, I think I might add it to my Halloween repertoire of movies to watch every year.
Yeah, for sure for me.
I mean, you don't watch movies though.
I've watched
She will now.
I watched like during this season I like watching like Sleepy Hollow, Corpse Bride,
Hocus
Coraline. Hocus Pocus. Not that much, but I'll watch it. Yeah.
Have you watched any of them?
I've watched Sleepy Hollow.
Like
and
this month?
I think I watched something else, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah. No, I feel like you can watch horror movies whenever, you know?
No. I don't think I'd ever. I don't want to say ever. I may not willingly seek out horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
I think if on my own, maybe if I watch it with other people, I think it's more comforting. But yeah,
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. I think horror movies are probably more scary in the theater for me. Because I feel like I'm,
That's what I've
there's
heard.
always that threat of a mass shooting now. I'm just, like, I just feel like you don't have any sort of like comfort around you. And like, there's no like escape. You're like forced to focus on it.
I always have to like have my legs like crisscross and up because I don't know, something might grab my legs. So
Yeah. And this?
Are we talking about horror movie experiences?
Oh no, just thumbs up, thumbs
Want me
down.
to chime in on that?
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
2 thumbs up.
Nice. Do you have any horror movie experiences?
No, I just walk in
I
and
just
watch it, man.
No.
I like going to theater for horror movies because you get that experience of everyone else yelling with you, and that's just a fun time, man.
you know what?
I've never
People
watched a horror
laugh
movie
at
in a
me.
full theater.
What?
I never watched a horror movie like in a packed theater.
One time I did, and then people laughed at me because I tend to jump a lot.
Nice.
And it made
Oh
me
yeah,
feel
we
embarrassed.
took you to it.
Did I jump? Oh, Andy
Yeah.
was laughing at me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember who that person laughing was now.
Yeah.
When the last horror movie I saw in theaters, I think. Never mind, I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, we haven't been to a
Huh.
theater in years.
Yeah, it
Invisible
feels
Man.
like so long ago.
Invisible
Invisible
Man.
Man.
Yeah.
That wasn't scary though.
I think it was still a horror movie though.
Yeah. I think that was empty
Well,
though.
You know
I don't
what?
remember anyone being in there.
I think this would fall more under thriller than horror for me, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I still enjoyed it a lot more than
Yeah.
the other ones.
Okay.
I love
So,
it.
Jasmine, do
Monday.
you like horror movies now?
I don't know.
Why do you find it so hard to accept that you
Well,
do
because
like horror
it's not
movies?
like I like the idea of spooks, right? I like hearing like people narrate like creepy pastas or no sleeps. But
Are you 13?
yes, I don't know. I just like I don't know. I just like it. I like how they like when they narrate it. It's kind of like low and soothing.
Yeah.
I don't know
What does
I'm
that have to
trying
do with
say.
horror movies? Yeah.
Oh, because I think I like the idea of spooky stuff, but I'm just afraid of the aftermath. Like when it's late at night and like, oh man, spooky, you know, and then I can't sleep. You know.
Were you able to sleep after this?
But these ones more scary per
But that's
se.
just how horror movies are.
I don't know about that. You know what? I don't know if I could watch horror movies with like demons and ghouls and goblins stuff like that, because I think
You're religious.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think like these are easy to watch because
Even though this could actually happen.
yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I used to watch like a lot of cold cases and stuff like that, so this is like yeah. If it's my time, it's my time. Knock on wood.
There's
no wood here.
Yeah, you're screwed, Jasmine.
Oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Would you guys consider this a cozy movie? I know we're trying to
Yes.
close off, but that just came to me.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. Like this
I
is
saw
the
when I
same
was
amount.
drunk. I should say.
You know
So
what?
like my memory of it is kind
I
of
don't want to
fuzzy.
insult this movie or anything, but I feel like this is like a bit like an adult version of like a Disney Channel Halloween movie. Like it's fun, you know, and it's it's good fun.
Does that mean it's not scary?
It's,
I don't
it's
think
the right amount of horror.
You know, when I was a child, I could not watch October. I could not watch Disney Channel because I was terrified.
No, I was the same way actually. Yeah.
Yeah, so
You
I
guys
was
are
like,
wild, man.
I could not watch.
Even-
I could not watch. What's that one with the imaginary friend? That one terrified me so much.
Oh,
What's it called?
Foster's
Don't Look
Home?
Under the Dark or
Oh.
something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
I know which one.
I could not watch my dad's because I was terrified of vampires too.
Yeah.
So I couldn't watch any like my mom's dating a vampire, the little vampire. I could not.
Wait, so how'd you get around to Twilight?
Well, because they're not scary
They're
vampires.
sexy vampires.
They sparkle. Yeah, that's not the same.
But like, you didn't know about that before you started reading them.
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
That's the. Oh no, you know why? Let me tell you why I started. I think I've told this story. Maybe I was on Facebook. Oh no, wait, MySpace. Excuse me.
Jasmine's old.
I was gonna log in, and then I saw like a little trailer for
The
Twilight,
movie, okay.
and I was like, "Who is that man?"
Who is Robert Pattinson?
And then that's why I started reading the books.
That's
Nice.
great. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I used to be scared. I couldn't even watch like the Halloween specials of the Disney Channel shows. Like I think I saw the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody's Halloween special, and I was scared of that.
That's a good one. That's a fun one. I recently rewatched that one actually.
Yeah, that's when
On Disney
it was
Plus.
like a haunted room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
couldn't do it. I was too scared. Anyways, I'll just cut it around.
Don't cut any of that, man. That was
No,
good.
I mean like I'll put this before the ending.
Nah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you can follow the podcast on Twitter at Watcheando Movie. You can follow Andres on Twitter at Andy_030. You could follow Jasmine on Instagram at Senorita Jasmine.
Senorita.
Why are you saying it so like low and tired, man?
'Cause it's,
You all right?
He has to go.
the lights are hurting my eyes. That's it. Thanks for listening.
Good night. I love you.
Halloween, the night he came home.